After the release of the first trailer, TV spots, and clips for Godzilla vs Kong, many fans are debating who will win in their fight, which is coming on March the 31st with the Legendary Pictures film. There have been great points given for either side, but with the director confirming that there will be one definitive winner at the end of the battle, it gets us thinking who will come victorious. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down how both Godzilla and Kong could win this fight, alongside predicting an overall winner and who I personally want to win. Before I get into it though, if you want to see any of my future content on Godzilla vs Kong, along with topical videos and breakdowns surrounding the film, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Also, if you enjoy this video, remember to give it a like rating. But without further ado, let's look at who will win in Godzilla vs Kong. So two of the most famous monsters of all time are coming against one another very soon on HBO Max, alongside limited theatres, and it's clear to us that even though both of them could team up against a greater threat like Mechagodzilla, one is confirmed to be the winner. Considering how Kong and Godzilla exist in the MonsterVerse, it may become clearer who is more likely to win once we break down their strengths and weaknesses against each other. Starting off with the size of both monsters, it's obvious that while Kong has grown significantly since his last film with Kong Skull Island, Godzilla is visibly stronger and larger than his adversary. We do know, however, that Godzilla's use of strength in two Godzilla films appears to be restrictive. He tackles his monster opponents, rips open their jaws, and uses his tail as a weapon. On the other hand, Kong is definitely smaller and weaker, but he uses his strength better due to his larger limbs. Kong can punch, tackle, grapple, and kick his opponents. Yes, he can't use his weight the same way that Godzilla can, but he is far more readied for fighting. As seen in Godzilla King of the Monsters, Godzilla doesn't physically sustain as well in fights against opponents with a larger reach such as Ghidorah, who can bite and grapple Godzilla while he struggles in the heat of the moment. So when it comes to physical power, it seems debatable that Godzilla and Kong's strengths and weaknesses might be very equal. Kong might be better at grappling and dodging, but if Godzilla hits Kong hard, just like we saw in that TV spot a few weeks ago, then it could send him flying. Moving on to the next part of this analysis, it's clear after two films that Godzilla has durability on his side and can swim if needed, not to mention the spiky back and tail. Although, arguably his greatest edge in a fight against King Kong is his atomic breath. However, it's known that Kong has more creativity in areas of battle. This is what I think is the main strength that Kong has over Godzilla in winning this fight. It cannot be denied that Godzilla's atomic breath is enough to kill many different monsters such as Mutos, Ghidorah, and when he transforms into Burning Godzilla, he can literally destroy anything in front of him. While Kong has nothing as powerful as Godzilla's atomic breath, he can still bring something to the table. As seen from the trailer and TV spots, Kong sneak attacks Godzilla from areas he doesn't expect, and he also crafts an axe, which appears to use one of Godzilla's fins as a blade. It's seen that he can reverse the atomic breath back at Godzilla, and this shows the higher level of intelligence on display, creating powerful weapons that can be used against a powerful opponent. We've seen Kong turn objects around him into weapons in Kong Skull Island, and this shows us that he's ready to adapt in a battle that will be harder than any he's had to fight before. This doesn't make Kong immune from Godzilla's breath, and it's a big threat to him in this fight, but knowing Kong, he will find more and more options to counter the threat from Godzilla. But again, what we know so far is that Godzilla could easily wipe out Kong with a few hits of his atomic breath, or a physical blow as we discussed before. So Kong has to use his physicality and grappling to his advantage. We know that Kong can take more punishment than the average Titan, but Godzilla is super powerful. Godzilla took the Oxygen Destroyer, a weapon designed to kill all Earth-based life, and survived. He also survived a nuclear meltdown caused by his own body and took on repeated attacks from Ghidorah. Kong is simply far more fragile and his body is less padded with muscle. While he isn't weak, he is more vulnerable to attacks from a monster as powerful as Godzilla, who could take him out in a few hits. But with Kong having an advantage by being able to avoid attacks better, he has equal strengths that make us consider him a worthy winner. Ultimately, I think Kong is likely to win. He needs the King Kong title, and it also seems more likely based on the American approach that is being taken with the film. However, I personally want to see Godzilla win. I think with Kong having the emotional connection in this film to the human characters that we see in the trailer, something like this may be used in a powerful way during the end of the battle. Also, I have always loved the scale that Godzilla can bring and the mythic approach to his story, along with the style of the films that for the most part are made for his character. While most people are currently favouring King Kong over Godzilla, I do think it could go either way with the information we have to work with right now. While the Godzilla vs Kong trailer also seemed to paint Kong as being the protagonist of the story, I doubt that either of them will die during this movie, especially if the theories of Mechagodzilla entering the narrative are accurate. If there's a giant robot that threatens to wipe out all of the Titans and possibly endanger humanity too, Godzilla and King Kong stand a better chance of working together rather than trying to take the mechanical threat down single-handedly. In addition to Godzilla and King Kong taking centre stage, Godzilla vs Kong will also see the scientific organisation Monarch embarking on a journey to uncover clues about the Titans' origins, as well as a conspiracy being uncovered that could be to eradicate these towering creatures from the face of the Earth. Which is one of the reasons why fans are thinking Mechagodzilla is involved, as it would be controlled by those behind the conspiracy. So with all of these points in mind, I think the answer comes down to the story and what happens, as that could dictate the mood and who really needs to win this battle and why they are fighting each other. So while Kong is likely to win, we will probably see in the film how much he will need to work to put Godzilla down for good. For sure, Kong has all he needs to counter Godzilla's atomic breath, avoid his physical power, and still deliver a killer blow, but it will take a lot to get to that point. We'll have to see, but as I said, regardless of me thinking that Kong will win this fight, I hope that it surprises us in some way, and maybe that could be the outcome of Godzilla winning, all connected to the overwhelming story of the film. But that was my breakdown of who could potentially win the fight in Godzilla vs Kong. I think it will be a hell of a battle on March the 31st, and I'm looking forward to seeing if the potential shots of Mechagodzilla in the trailer do come true, and if it does, it could potentially completely shift the landscape of this famous battle. Let me know down below who you think will win the fight between Godzilla and Kong, alongside letting me know what your predictions are for the story and your ideas on other content that you would like to see on the film as we build up to its release. For more videos on Godzilla vs Kong, then subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Also, if you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like rating. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I've been Cortex, and as always, make some noise.